Very excited. I am as excited as some of my listeners were upset that I didn't talk about the incident at the Oscars. It was funny. Somebody wrote to me, was going like, I tuned into the podcast to hear your reaction to the slap. Hollywood's made you soft. And I was like, so you turned into my podcast to listen about gossip about an award show, and I'm the one that's soft? I'll be honest with you guys. I'm still not going to talk about it because I'm still trying to figure out, that brought up a lot of shit for me. Beyond being a comedian. But, yeah, I will at some point. I just didn't want to be yet another person, typing in all capital letters, flipping out, screaming, yelling. And none of that's doing anything for anybody. I actually sat down and had a long talk with my lovely wife last night about that. Shit took me fucking back. Took me fucking back. And I got to say, the way Chris handled that moment was fucking unbelievable. And the restraint that he showed, because he starts to go like, ooh, I could say, and the fact that he didn't, because it was lobbed over the net at that point for the Daryl Dawkins break the backboard slam. But then who knows what happens after that. And I felt he chose the show in the event over, pride and ego and all of that stuff. So, at some point, I'll sort it out. But I don't know. Whatever. Jesus fucking Christ. I also love Quest, and I felt that the whole evening was taken away from everybody. So, I don't know. Have you checked out Summer of Soul? It's a positive thing to say. Anyway, I don't know why people waste time watching soap operas and Real Housewife stuff. The level of fucking drama that is in sports, and it's actually real. It is now until the gambling gets out of control, and then it all becomes fixed, like beyond fixed. By the way, I think I'm onto something with that whole degenerate part of every stadium they should have. You know what I mean? Like Amsterdam has their red light district. They should just have a red light district in every stadium. And you just keep adults who don't know how to behave and restrain themselves in that section away from the kids and the families and, the old guys who like to keep score. Now, in that section, I'm not saying there's going to be hookers. I'm not saying there's not going to be. Okay? This is a blank slate. I want you guys to weigh in here. I want to know what you want in the red light district of your ballpark. And because you're going to be able to go up there and be a complete degenerate, because you're going to be up there with all the class clowns and the summer school fucking kids, all the people that they don't allow to shout shit out at games anymore. They try to shut them down by playing loud shit on TV screens the second the action stops, which takes all the fucking personality of the neighborhood, of the city you're in. They've completely just gotten rid of it with these goddamn loud fucking TV screens every time the fucking whatever game you're watching stops. You got to be in the upper deck. I think like upper deck, right field or left field. You're glassed in. It's tinted glass. No one can see what's going on in there. And I think inside, mine, you can gamble, you can drink, you can smoke. That's the biggest one for me. All right? You can smoke. There's different tiers of it, like the 4 Floors of Whores in... the fuck was that place? Singapore. 4 Floors of Whores was this place that they called. I'll never forget that. The lady promoter invited me and my wife to go over. We were just like, no. Gonna take a big pass on that one. Although having said that, if I wasn't married and I was with one of my knucklehead friends back in the day, I absolutely would have gone. I'm not saying I'm a better person. I'm just with a better person now. Yeah, I think there should be like a fucking section at the top. And I can actually put together a good argument for this. Okay, aside from the one that I already said about how, people get to yell out of ball games again, right? It's a degenerate section. You don't participate in all of that shit that goes on the big TV screen. You can't even hear it. What happens when there's a stoppage of play is all the class clowns and all the fucking knuckleheads and the loudmouths, the drunks, the gamblers, and the smokers all talk about the game like we used to before all you other fucking assholes showed up and ruined the experience. Well, there was never gambling. Well, there was. Everybody ran down to the fucking payphone at halftime. No mascots. No T-shirts shot up there. Man, that'd be a fucking great idea. You know, they always have like vintage stuff. Buy like a minor league team. Nah, no one would let you do it. And they say, well, smoking's like bad for your health. It's like, and? You're not going to say we're overpopulated? We should just go back to viewing the population is like, just like the deer. It just needs to be, it's just something that needs to be, handled? Is that the fucking word? I don't know. I'm losing my concentration here because I'm hearing the garbage truck coming up the street, and that's my thing. I go right out there. Are you like me? Do you go right out there the second the garbage guy comes by? I go right out there. Right out there with the regular, right out there with the recycling, and right out there with the landscaping one. The black, the blue, and the green barrels. And here's the thing. I know they all end up in the same pile, put on a barge and dumped in the middle of the ocean. That's not what I'm talking about. The biggest one you have to be there for is the black one. The regular, this isn't some progressive shit either. I mean the black trash barrel. All right? You got to be there for that one because that's the one that these fucking people throw their dog shit bags in. All right? People who have dogs, I used to have a dog. I remember the best day was trash day. All right? The other 6 days of the week, your dog takes a shit, you pick it up, you're walking around trying to find a fucking barrel you can put it in. And everybody's hiding their barrels because they don't want your dog's dog shit in their fucking barrel just sitting in the sun with the lid closed, stinking up your fucking barrel. So, my big move is when that fucker comes up the street, I run right out there and I already got the black and the blue one in. This is the green one. This is all right. Although some hippie might walk by with their dog and be like, what, man? It's like compost. You know? Anyway, so